and I want to go to George first on this. And I know Chelsea and Arsenal fans will probably enjoy this, but Pedro Porro reported as off this morning by Ornstein, but then Fabrizio said talks are still on. Talk to me. How worried are you about this deal falling through, especially now that City have now been linked to him after Cancelo's move away to Bayern Munich?
See this face? It's someone that's not worried. I ain't breaking a sweat. Of course, when I woke up this morning, I was feeling a little different. But as the day's gone on, more news has come out. It's come a bit more clear to light that this isn't a deal that Tottenham's fumbled. It's something that Sporting have just been playing around with, and the intermediaries are the problem. Daniel Levy's gone over there to go take over the deal. The talks are ongoing, and it looks like, for me, I think the deal's going to get done. I think we'll get the here we go. It's just being delayed. On deadline day, you're going to see him in a Tottenham shirt. He wants Tottenham. I'm not scared of Man City coming in, although they do have a buyback clause. He was at City previously. They didn't give him an opportunity, and that's why he left, and he wanted to flourish. So I feel like he's not going to go over to City to be another backup player. He wants to come to Tottenham to play in a position where he's going to take over that right wing-back role. And I'm looking forward to him. I'm very looking forward to having Porro in this team. He's going to transform the right side of our attack as well as defense. And our team's just going to look a whole lot better. I'm really not worried about this.
With Conte.
Yes, with Conte. He plays in the Conte system. He plays on the back five. He's perfect as the wing back in that system. And having Romero and Kulu alongside him on that right-hand side just only strengthens him and strengthens our team. So although I do still think we need some other deals to get done, I'm not worried about this deal getting done. And I do think it's going to get over the line.
No, but George, the issue is Conte. You can get Porro, you can get this and that. George, it's over. Don't you know what Conte
what are you
is?
Talking about? You're talking about being negative and all this rubbish about your club. Why are you talking about Conte?
No.
Talking about Conte.
Wait. George, I've got two names, HH and HT. My other name is Half Truth. This is truth. You see, the Arsenal fans, they just want the negativity because they don't want to see Big Bro flourish. I'm talking about truth here. You can get Pedro Porro and so forth. What we've seen is Conte is, I make an impact within the first 2 years. If within the first 2 years he's not won you a trophy, it's over. He is a short-term guy, and I know him. Bro, he's been here with Chelsea, and I remember him at Juventus and him for at the Euros. So you're getting Pedro Porro and so forth. What you need to do is grab Levy by the neck and say, yo, wake the F up right now, sack this dude, hire a manager who actually knows and understands attacking for football and actually go somewhere. Because the dumbest thing you did was go from Pochettino to Pochettino to Mourinho and Mourinho to Conte. They're all within the same pragmatic tree. So even if you bring these guys and so forth, you're still going to fall into the same issues. So
the difference is, have hope, is that Tottenham right now don't have a Conte team. We don't have we can't play the way Conte wants to play, and we can't flourish as a Conte team because he doesn't have the right players. And bringing in the players like Porro help this Tottenham team get better and flourish into the way that he wants and play the football that he wants.
So how many windows has he had? How many windows has Conte had since he's been at Tottenham? How many transfer windows?
This is his third window. So he joined just before, in November of 2021. He had the January where we signed the two players. He had this summer, and he's now had this window. He's had not throughout those windows, he hasn't been backed fully to bring in the players that he needs. The one problem that we've had consistently throughout these windows is our defense. This is one of the first defensive signings that he's getting personally to improve our defense. I mean, he got Longley, but Longley was a stopgap until we can sign a better centre-back in next summer. And that's the problem. So right now, Conte is getting in the players that he needs. This is part of that. One of the players that is going to come into the system, fit in, not have to adapt too much. And you're going to see him start to play a lot better. He's been saying, I need a new right wing back for months. For the whole time he's been at Tottenham, Emerson and Doherty are not good enough. He's now getting that player that's going to fit into that role, fit into the way that he wants to play. You're going to see Conte improve. You're going to see the team improve. It's just only naturally works out. As I said, I still do think that we have some problems and holes at centre-back, but we can't fill it this window, unfortunately, because there's just not the players out there that want to be, that can be purchased. Because we, as we addressed earlier, we're not Chelsea. We're not just going to go overpay for players because we need them now.
Don't do that. Don't do that because Levy is different. Levy doesn't spend, and Levy will never never support Conte.
We addressed that earlier, that I'm not going to have an unrealistic expectation for my team to go and do that. Tottenham don't operate that way. It's not going to happen. It will happen in the summer. If Conte's here, he'll get the team that he'll get the players that he wants to improve that defense in the summer. It's just not going to happen right now.
I mean, look, for me, and this is not me being negative and so forth. I just know what Conte is, and maybe you know what? Maybe I've got an axe to grind with Levy because he denied the GOATs from actually winning a trophy with Tottenham by now allowing him to actually play that Carabao Cup final. But my thing though is, I just feel that Levy isn't going to support Conte, and when Conte doesn't get what he wants, he acts like a baby, as he did with Chelsea. I'm just saying, do you really believe, knowing how extremely tight Levy is with money, he's going to give? Because trust me, I'm with you with this. You give Conte his players, he will succeed. 100%. You give him his players, he will succeed. Do you believe, knowing how Levy is, he will give Conte all of his targets in order to succeed? I just don't think that's happening.
I don't think that he will get all of his targets, but right now we're working our way to that. At the end of the day, we have a few more holes to fill, and in the summer we will see if Conte's still here, if Levy's the man that's taking the ropes. We'll see how this all plays out. But right now, talking of the players that we've got and the deals that we're getting done, he's getting another player that's adding to his system. Tottenham are going to improve, and I mean, like, the Conte that you've seen over the past couple of weeks, that's been a bit down and out, been a bit dross, not really hopeful. He'll start to have a bit more hope, just like you. Have hope. Have some hope in Conte. He's going to improve. And in the next couple of weeks where the fixture congestion is going to get heavy, you're going to see the real Conte come out and the real Tottenham, and it's going to show a lot. But with these signings, it will improve.
I hear you on that. Like, Gal, from your point of view, looking at Tottenham, you must have been laughing this morning when you woke up and saw the news about Porro, they massive rival, etc. But before I do that, people keep telling me to look at Fabrizio Romano's Twitter. So just give me a second to see what's been said. And I've hit the wrong button here and I've gone out the way. Because of course it's important. Okay, so hang on a sec. Sorry, my screen's taking forever to load. What we write? What do you want me to check? When you say check his Twitter, are you making me look at that's a deal for Reading? What am I looking at here? We already know about the Jorginho news. We've already put that out there. There is another story that's just come out, from Charlotte Ducker, who has said if Arsenal can't get the deal over the line for Moises Caicedo, they will turn their sights on Everton's Onana. But we're going to come to Arsenal soon. We know what's going on, so bear with us. But just quickly on Tottenham, Miguel, like, do you think they're going to get this deal done and dusted and over the line?
Honestly, I think they will, but I'm looking at it like, who could come in and hijack this? Only Man City. I don't see anyone else really coming in and hijacking this. But the only thing that's stopping them from getting this deal done is that Sporting just changed something in the last minute, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
George, what was the issue? Like,
yeah, they wanted an extra 3 million just to cover some administration fees.
Okay, so yeah, that shouldn't be an issue. You should still get the player. It shouldn't break down over 3 million. But realistically, would Levy walk away from a deal because of 3 million?
Yeah, Levy would.
Let's just say that. He walked away, as you heard Mourinho come out just a couple of days ago saying we walked away from Kim Min-jae over 5 million. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I think it would be funny, based on the fact that you guys just did over Everton, that you guys get done over by Man City if they go and get their guy back, because they do have a as you said, they might have a buyback clause, and he did use.
They have a buyback clause, but Sporting have a lot to lose in that buyback clause, and they will not want Man City to trigger that deal. So they will get this deal done before Man City come in.
Like, and also, I just want to point out,
Pedro Porro go to City though, because they've got right backs, or City have the right backs. It's the left back that they need.
You never know. Right, you never know with these guys at City, but we're going to talk about them in a bit. I'm just going to get back to the player. I think he's a good player. I think you're going to get a quality signing, but let's just see if you can get it over the line. If 3 million stops the deal from happening, Antonio Conte might as well pack his bags and leave, because he's not going to be a happy camper.
Yeah, that's very, very true indeed. There's no doubt about that. They have to back him on this deal. They really, really do. If they don't, there's going to be problems.